Welcome to another episode of Hospitality Insider on Connie TV. I'm Connie Kim, and today we have two distinguished guests who are going to talk about Guri World Design Center in Korea, one of the largest design centers in the world to be built. Michelle, welcome. Larry, welcome to Hospitality Insider. Please give us a little bit background of you. Michelle, you want to start?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. My name is Michelle Finn. I am the president of the Hospitality Media Group. We formed this company about a year ago for the purposes of developing and managing trade fairs, of which trade fairs that are included are Boutique Design New York and Boutique Design West in San Diego. We also have some ancillary events. I am also the senior vice president of ST Media, which is the publishing arm of our business, and we publish Boutique Design Magazine.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Larry?
Hi, Connie. It's great to be here again. Good to see you. My name is Larry Carver. I am president of Carver & Associates. We're an FF&E purchasing company. We're based in Atlanta. We have 3 offices in the United States, and we have an office in India, one in Mexico, and one in Korea, and we're just starting one in Saudi Arabia. We buy furnishings and fixtures for hotels.
Well, that's wonderful. So there cannot be more qualified people to be responsible for this Guri Design Center. And what is NIAB? Can you explain how you got started with this?
NIAB is it's the NCD International Advisory Board, and it was formed to provide a venue for the development of Guri World Design Center and also the NCD project in Guri City, Korea. And Michelle Finn here is the chairman of NIAB. I'm a vice chairman, along with Mr. Chang Ko. And probably Michelle would be the best one to talk about how NIAB came into existence, because really it's her baby. She's the one that put it together.
Well, that's fantastic. Michelle, give us a little more insight.
Sure. The board, the NIAB board, was founded for the purposes of providing support and guidance specifically for the Guri World Design Center. And the board represents leading design professionals, interior designers, architects, purchasing firms, leading firms such as Carver and Associates, manufacturers who can provide insight on the feasibility or likelihood of them becoming a tenant at the Guri World Market Center. But we really amassed just a leading group of designers and architects that could provide the support and the necessary tools such as design and architecture, landscape architecture, to come up with some really great ideas for the development of the project.
So I understand that the project is absolutely massive, and it's the world's biggest design center.
The proposed plan is for a 4.2 million square foot design center and a 1.5 million square foot exposition center to house temporary space. According to the plan, it would be probably one of the largest. There's I believe it's a little bit larger than the Merchandise Mart in Chicago, which is probably about 3.2 million square feet, maybe a little bit higher.
It's really a massive project, isn't it?
Yes, and I think the objective, and when this project began, it was intended to fill a void in Asia for design, and to become the Guri City and Guri GWDC to become the design capital in Asia, and a destination spot for manufacturers, for designers, for inspiration and to learn ideas and to do business, right?
Yes. You know, that's a really incredible proposal, because I understand there will be more hotels in Asia than actually in US, that by 2018. So, you know, that they don't have to come all the way here to source. And so how do you think about all the coordination of many people who are going to be involved in the design center?
Connie, that's massive. And we're in the sort of conceptual stages and the development stages. You have your design and construction of the space.
Of course.
And in order to construct the space, you have to assess the needs, the tenant needs, the meeting planner needs, community needs, which was another reason why the board was formed, to sort of provide the government guidance on those types of elements.
Yeah.
Then you have the whole, sales and leasing, the real estate portion of it.
Right.
Our involvement from, as far as boutique design and from our company, HMG, is really to provide guidance on the educational program, which would include developing trade fairs in the hospitality industry, in the kitchen and bath industry, in the lighting industry, and also to provide other types of educational programs. But we can't do it alone. It's really massive. And Larry, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we'll have a lot of the government will have a lot of consultants on this project.
All right.
So it's big.
Thank you, Michelle. And hold that thought. When we come back, we're going to talk about how they are coordinating with this massive facility, and we won't miss it. Don't go away.
This is Christine Shanahan with HVS Design, and you're watching
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV,
Connie TV.tv.
the first internet TV station for the hospitality industry.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider. I'm here with Michelle Finn and Larry Carver, Chairman and the Vice Chairman of GURI World Design Center board members. Thank you for sharing all these wonderful ideas, and tell us a little bit of the complexity of this project. What are the other mixed-use facilities is going to be there?
This is a massive project, as Michelle said, it was really started about seven and a half years ago. Our partner in Korea, a man by the name of Chang Ko, was called by the mayor of Guri City to work with him and to redevelop portions of Guri City. Between Guri City and the Han River are 1,000 acres of relatively pristine land. And it's owned partially by the federal government, partially by provincial government. And Mayor Park and Chang one day just looked at that and said, we should develop this. And Chang came up with the concept. It's NCD, Nature, Conservation and Design.
Right.
And the focal point of the project is the Guri World Design Center. And also in the development are condominiums, offices, schools, retail, and cultural centers, a theme park, and it's a city, basically.
Right.
Advisory board, we had the board meeting today, was developed to provide guidance to the development of this project. A master plan has been done, and hopefully, we're in final negotiations now for the release of the green space.
Yes.
And in very intense negotiations with the federal government.
Yes.
And hopefully the green space will be released very soon. And then work can begin. We had meetings today talking about the master developer.
Yes.
And the master architect, and that's why the advisory board is so great, because it's just packed full of talent. And a lot of really world-renowned consultants and designers and architects that are going to provide input into the development of this property.
Yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
That's amazing. So how many members do you have in the board?
We have approximately 62 board members, comprised of interior designers who do business in Asia, architects who do business in Asia, manufacturers, purchasing firms, and other consultants, such as landscape architecture.
Right, right. So what do you see the difference, the design center here in US and what we are going to build in Asia, in Korea? Do you see what's the similarity and as well as what's the difference?
I think a major difference will be state-of-the-art design center. We're starting from scratch.
Right.
So we can, assess needs and build, I guess, what we would consider a design center of the future.
Right.
Similarities, they both serve as outlets for design inspiration.
Yes.
They both serve a design center in Asia and a design center in the United States are very similar in they're creating a design destination within a community.
Right.
And showroom space is available in the United States. Showroom space will be available in Asia as well.
Right.
So I think there are a lot of similarities. I mean, the other unique difference would be a design center in Asia will focus on Asia and focus on the Asian culture.
Right.
And of course, design.
Yes. Yeah, those board members, some of them I met, you have Bill Smith, who has actually executed a whole city center.
Yes.
I mean, how could you get any better?
Yes, absolutely.
The talent in the board is just awe-inspiring. It
Yes.
really is, and it's really a lot of fun to work with these folks because they're so talented.
Yeah.
And I think that this project really and the politics involved have been really interesting to watch from our standpoint. But the really unique thing about this is this represents a whole new industry for Korea.
Yes.
The idea is to make Guri City the Milan of interior design and architecture, and so that really I think is what has allowed the negotiations with the federal government to get to this point, is because the Koreans look at this as a whole new industry for their country, and manufacturing has reached its zenith right now, and this offers a whole new horizon for them to embark upon.
Yeah, let alone all the great jobs they're going to create.
Oh, absolutely.
And building this is going to be a really incredible income to the country, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that, Connie, the design center will connect the design community.
Right, right.
Not only in Korea, but
All
beyond that.
world, yes.
Yes,
Basically.
so it's very exciting.
Yeah, yes.
It's going to provide a tremendous marketplace for manufacturers in Asia to meet developers and designers and architects from all over the world, and with Michelle's guidance, I think the events and the promotional venues will really do a lot to bring these two interested parties together.
Yeah, that actually brings up that we're going to talk about. Thank you, Larry, for that. I mean, hold that thought. When you come back, we're going to see how the trade show is going to affect this new Guri World Design Center, and as well as sustainability. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Cinders, Senior Vice President for Government Affairs at American Hotel and Lodging Association, and you're watching.
And you're watching.
And you're watching.
And you're watching.
You're watching Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
ConnieTV.tv. Connie TV is the hospitality TV company, and we're very excited to be part of Connie TV.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider. We are here with Michelle Finn and Larry Carver. We are discussing the world's biggest design center that is going to be built in Korea. Michelle, I know you've been in this industry forever and so much expertise and skills about trade shows and magazines. So how do you relate this to a Guri Design Center?
Guri Design Center will need educational sessions and educational activities, which would include trade fairs. Design centers part of their role is to connect a community, and trade shows facilitate that in many different ways.
Absolutely.
And it supports, the major job of an owner or developer of a trade fair is really to support your tenants.
Right.
And to create a marketplace for buyers to shop, or to specify or to purchase, right? And so trade shows do that. It's really connecting that market as very specific, usually either product focus or market focus.
Right.
Market focus would be hospitality, retail, could be office. Product focus would be lighting, kitchen and bath, and really, bringing in the people that sort of identify with those sub-segments.
That's fantastic. I mean, you could really, in a sense, duplicate what you're doing here back in Korea when it's open.
In many ways.
Yes.
We would, as far as our brand, we would certainly be interested in expanding our brand overseas.
Right.
We focus on the hospitality interiors market. We also think there are other trade fairs that should be developed in support of the Design Center.
Yes.
And also other brand extensions.
Yes.
There's several trade shows in Europe that could expand
Oh,
into the
yes,
Design
that
Center.
would be fantastic. That really bring the world together as one.
Because
Yes,
education is important.
Yes.
And continuing education is important. And, that will help support the success of the Design Center.
Right. I know one of the biggest concern about this Guri World Design Center was the sustainability. I know they want to do the same thing like City Center in Las Vegas. So can you elaborate a little bit on that, Larry?
Well, absolutely. Actually, we had a presentation today about City Center, and they put a lot of emphasis on sustainability, and they said they were trying for a silver leads and wound up getting gold,
Yes.
because it becomes an obsession, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
And a lot of the board members asked about what's being done in Korea, and Mayor Park and Chang mentioned that there have already been several studies, environmental studies, impact studies, and so there will be a tremendous emphasis on green design and green planning, sustainability, operations, and recycling, and that's a big part of this whole project.
Right.
Because, as Michelle said, this is intended to be state of the art, and
Right.
and sustainability is absolutely in the forefront of all planning of this type now.
And it's just like it become a habit. It's not a marketing gimmick anymore.
It really is.
Yes.
It's essential.
Yes.
It's not an extraneous
That's
thing.
right. So Michelle, you want to add anything on that?
No, I mean, we're very excited about it, and it's just sort of interesting. There is really not, if you think of Asia, there's really not a design center in Asia. It's certainly not one as big as the proposed Guri World Design Center.
Right.
I think you have small communities, but I can't think of a city that really identifies, that we would identify as a design
Designs?
center of
Oh,
Asia.
yes.
Like
Yeah,
you would
right.
in Europe.
That's
You
right.
think of Paris,
Right.
and you think of other
Rome,
cities,
yes, yes.
Milan. So I think it is exciting. And I think there's an opportunity, there's a need, and there's an opportunity.
That is the wonderful thing about this whole project, and that's why the design or the advisory board members are so excited about it. Is you're starting from scratch, building an entire city based on design and cutting edge architecture and design.
Right.
And it's just a fun, exciting thing to do.
So Larry, share with us that how do you manage the purchasing management process?
Well, worldwide, our industry has become a lot more sophisticated than it used to be,
Right.
and I think that's one reason that this facility is going to help our industry tremendously, because it provides a state-of-the-art venue where buyer and seller can get together. And I know 20 years ago when we wanted to do a property in Asia or someplace, we would have to travel all over China or all over
yes.
Europe, and this facility brings the marketplace
Together,
to you.
yes.
And so instead of having to go to 14 or 15 different places, we can
You got it
fly
right
to
there.
Guri City, stay in a state-of-the-art hotel, and go to the showrooms and see so much more in such a short period of time, and compare them one-on-one in real time. And for our industry, it's a tremendous advantage, and I think it's going to be very successful.
Yeah, that's great. Michelle, what is the process of recruiting the tenants and the board members who can support the Guri Center?
Let me address the board members first. We identified the leading design firms. There was some criteria. You had
Yes,
to
yes.
be a leading design firm
Yes.
to qualify. And you also had to be doing business in Asia. And that's usually your
Oh, I
larger
see.
firms. And so we have criteria for the board. We do limit the size. If it gets too big, we don't get much done.
That's right.
And so that's certainly our position on the board. And then your other question on the recruiting for the showroom space, we're not quite there yet.
Right.
There will have to be. I mean, we haven't established price yet. So we're in the beginning stages of that sort of process. We can tell you that over the last year, we've gotten a huge amount of interest from manufacturers who have signed letters of intent to participate in showroom space once the design center is built. And then from there will be a very, very specific sales and marketing plan to bring in more tenants, and also addressing the educational programs.
That's fantastic.
They sort of go hand in hand.
Yes, yes.
Because the first question a manufacturer or showroom prospect would have is like, who's visiting?
That's right.
So you have to have the answer to both questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much
Jenny, thank
for
you.
being here and give us incredible insight of World Design Center that's going to be in Seoul, in Korea. So is there any wisdom, any last word that you'd like to share with us?
Wisdom, I'm not so sure, but I do think keep your eye on this space, because this development is going to be world renowned. You just watch; it's going to be great, and we're really excited to be a part of it.
Very good. Michelle?
I agree with Larry.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very
Connie.
much.
Thank you, Connie.
Connie, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for watching Hospitality Insider on Connie TV. If you want to know more about Guri World Design Center, please go connietv.tv.
I'm Scott Divert, and I work for Carlson Residor Hotel Group, and you're watching.
You are watching.
You're watching.
You're watching.
Thank you for watching Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
The first ever internet TV station designed specifically for the hospitality industry, connietv.tv.